All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 45 of our No Man's Land series. Let's see if I can get this out of here without crashing. Episode 45. So, in our last episode, we went through and we got our oats fields planted. As you can see beside us, they've grown a little bit. And we also got our sunflower fields planted. Our cotton field had kind of been planted before that, just a stage before that. But now, it is time for us to plant our corn. So I'm just heading up kind of to our other laydown over here. And I got the green mile sitting ready to go. But I got to pull him out, spin him around. Yeah, we'll leave that there for right now. Let's tab through. Okay, we got this set of rollers set up over here. So this sunflower field is coming in nicely. But these two fields here that are sitting just cultivated are gonna get planted with corn. And so that's what we're gonna do now. We got this planter set up. Actually, we might as well start unfolding this guy. We got this, and then we got the green mile sitting. I just filled him up with seed and fertilizer. Like I said, I'm gonna spin this guy around, and then we really got to get this thing unfolded because it takes a hot minute for this thing to unfold. But we'll get the green mile going on this big field, and then we can get that other little planter kind of going on the smaller field. Then we will have to go through and roll these fields and spray them with herbicides. So it's pretty much the standard stuff, kind of, just kind of the normal stuff. And then just one sec here. Just checking my list here. I want to make sure we're getting. I've got like a list of us, or a list of things for us to do. Let's start unfolding this over these next few episodes, just so we can kind of. I'm trying to plan everything properly, getting right up to episode 50, which will be our final episode in this series. And so my main plan is still to do kind of like a finale episode and like our finale harvest, which it'll definitely be two harvests kind of back to back. We're going to do a speed run, potentially three. I don't really know if I'm kind of over or underplaying it or being a bit naive of how much or how long it's going to take to do three, but I'm definitely going to try and do a bunch of harvests kind of for our finale. Now, my plan for that, let's just tab back over to this guy. My plan for that is going to be the on the 49th episode, to be honest. We're going to do kind of the finale harvest on the 49th episode. And then for episode 50, I kind of got something just a little bit special planned for us. I don't want to reveal it too much right now, but I kind of got like a little bit of a special episode for our final one. And we won't really be doing a whole bunch of farming that episode. It'll kind of be going through, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to go through too much. I'll just want to leave it as a bit of a surprise, is what it'll be, just for our last episode. And so the big final harvest will be on the 49th episode, is kind of my plan. But that's it. So for today, for this episode, our main focus is going to be getting these cornfields good to go. And then, I want to get them planted. Let's kind of get this going right now. We'll start planting this guy. I want to get these planted, rolled, and I want to get some herbicide sprayed on them. And if we have time, what I'm going to do is go through and we'll start fertilizing some of these other fields. We definitely got to get the cotton field fertilized. And any of these other fields, the sunflowers and the oats, I would like to get fertilized as well. It's going to be kind of our plan for this episode. And then next episode is when we'll take all of our clothes in and get them sold off. We'll take them into probably the specialty country store, perhaps, or maybe the farm shop. Just kind of depends who's paying top dollar at that time. If you've been following this series, usually we get about $10,000 per 1,000 liters or per pallet of clothes. That's usually kind of what we shoot for. It's always right around that mark. If we can get over 10,000, that's a bonus. But 10 is kind of the minimum that we shoot for. And I guess what we could do, let's just hop into our production facility real quick here. We'll go up to our cotton. So we got 9,000 stored right there. Usually, if there's like a whole bunch of pallets sitting outside of it too, there'll be another 5 pallets sitting in the pickup area, plus there's a whole bunch sitting there, so there'll be about 15,000 sitting, plus probably about 15. We should have around 30 to 35 pallets is usually kind of a solid number for us each year, which is always right around that 350 to $400,000 kind of payday or haul for those clothes, which is always pretty awesome. That'll basically pay for that new tractor that we bought, the new 9RX, which is pretty sweet tractor. So I'm gonna get pulled around here, and then as soon as I kind of make this turn up here, I'll go jump on the green mile and I'll get that started on a route, and then Thomas can take that tractor and planter and get that big field planted for us. Okay, wow. I had like a little, I had a little brain fart of a moment there. I was like, did I have this thing set on corn? But I did. I did. Gotta make sure that other planter is set on corn. That's the first thing that we're gonna do when we walk over there. Make sure that it's set on corn before I plant another sunflower field and and not know about it till next episode when stuff starts growing. Okay, let's spin this right there. Park this for right now. Let's run over to the green mile. Corn. We got to make sure we're on corn. Yeah, this planter is so sweet. Okay, we are on corn. We are on corn. So let's set a route. We'll just do... set that down a little bit. We'll do 2 headlands and then we'll do up and down. Let's see how that looks. I reckon that'll be good enough for us. Okay, so this one is off to the races. We've got about half a tank of fuel. That should be good. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that thing's pretty wicked. Okay, let's jump off this, hop back in our other tractor here, and we're gonna keep planting some corn. I'm pretty excited to do corn. Yeah, I got a stockpile of seed and fertilizer there, which I'm gonna have to get more of. That's gonna be one of our chores coming up in our next few episodes. Is just gonna be, we're gonna have to take a day where we kind of, or not a day, but we'll take some time when we run back and forth from the store to pick up a few loads of seed and some more fertilizer and just kind of get it stashed out in some strategic spots so that when we do our kind of our marathon plant harvest, we just kind of got everything that we need and we're not having to run around and do that. Other stuff that we're going to do at some point over the next few episodes, we've got to go and cut a whole bunch of grass and make sure that silo's filled so that we can, because we're going to be skipping through the months pretty quickly during that marathon harvest. I want to be able to make sure I can give some food to the animals, to the sheep. We got to stock up on dog food, of course, and yeah, I'll cut the grass. We've went through and we've done quite a bit of maintenance on all the equipment, but we're going to continue to do that. Make sure everything's running good. At some point, we're going to go pick up another seeder. I was kind of thinking after we sell all the clothes and we kind of got a bunch of cash from that, we'll use some of that money to go buy us a new big seeder to help out during that. And maybe, I don't know, I've just been kind of thinking about this, maybe one more tractor. It won't be nothing super fancy, just kind of a, I don't know, maybe we'll spend like 200-300 grand on a new large tractor. Or there is those mods for those those case tractors that are kind of tracked units, and we could get one of those maybe. I don't know, I haven't really decided on that. I was just kind of thinking about it as I was planning and prepping out these episodes to make sure that we get everything done by the final episode. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. That is what we've got going on. I'm going to keep planting this field. I'll probably bring you guys back in once I get this one planted and maybe we're pulling some rollers across it. And same thing with that other big field. Once Thomas gets that big field done, we'll get him hooked to a set of rollers and he can go through and roll it. And then we will be spraying some herbicide. It's going to be that's going to be our day, planting corn and getting all the weeds taken care of. And yeah, and then we'll fertilize some cotton. So I'll see you guys in a sec here. Okay, I'm just finishing up this field. Oh, tree's kind of in the way there. Thomas, as you can see, it's kind of hard to see over here, but he's getting dangerously close to finishing up there. I'm just going to back up here. snake this in a little bit better. This seems like it's going to be a good little spot to have kind of a lay down for this stuff. But I'm going to cruise through. I'm going to fill this planter as I fly by here. We'll pull over there. We'll pull over real quick. I'll fuel up this tractor and we'll pressure wash this unit before we kind of go park it away. And then I'm going to hop on probably... I'll probably just hop on blue is what I'm thinking. Here, let me pull up here. Yeah, I'll probably just hop on blue for now. And I'll get rolling this field. Come on now. There we go. There we go. I'll get rolling the field that I just planted. And then Thomas will be dangerously close to being finished up there. And he can rip down. He'll park the green mile, grab those green rollers that are sitting in there. And he can go roll his field. But I want to get this thing full of seed and fertilizer. Let's put the lids back on this. I'll take this one down to our main laydown. And I got the sprayer set up here. He's full of herbicide, so he can hit this field after, probably run over, fill the tanks, and then go up and do the big field. And I'm hoping we can kind of just squeeze by and get through the big field kind of with one haul. Okay, I forgot to fill this up and pressure wash it, but we'll hit it here. Fill this tank. Yeah, I'm hoping I can kind of just use up the last of our herbicide or full tanks on that big field, so then when I'm done I can just fill that thing with fertilizer and we can go get rocking on either the cotton field. I mean, I can always use this on the cotton field, but might as well give this a quick little pressure wash. Get these row cleaners all cleaned out. Nice. Give the tractor a little spray too while we're here. Even though it's going to get super dirty real quick, but why not? Okay, I'm going to spin this around. I think. I'm going to spin this around. As long as I don't crash, which, who knows? Who knows if that's possible? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Pull her in here. Now, while we're here too, because I'll drive this tractor up to where blue is, but let's just do a quick little flyby of our clothing factory and see how many pallets we got sitting outside here. So we got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and then another 10,000 in there. So, yeah. It's going to be pretty good. I kind of want to use this tractor. Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's just tab up to blue and get him going. Get this thing unfolded. Actually, can we tab over to... Yeah, it looks like Thomas is done. It looks like he's done, and he basically uses a full tank to get this field good to go. So let's wrap this up. Oh, I gotta shut it off, that's why. And raise it. The sides should lift up if they're gonna do, I don't know, this thing's a little... Is it going? The two wings should start folding in. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This thing just takes a second. Well, since it takes a second, maybe what I'll do... I'll bring this tractor up to that other laydown, because that's where it's going to be needed anyways. And maybe I'll just hook the rollers onto this guy. And that way Thomas can get going rolling, and I'll take the green mile and I'll pull it through and I'll get the tanks filled and pressure wash it and do all that stuff. Which will probably make sense. But yeah, I really got to fertilize this cotton field today. That's one thing I cannot forget to do. once I get these guys going, once I get Thomas going on these rollers, and maybe if Wyatt can come give us a hand and he can roll this field, then I'll go through and I'll fertilize some of these fields, or at least fertilize that cotton field with like our solid fertilizer, and then I'll just save the big sprayer filled with herbicide, and then I can hit these fields after the boys are done rolling. These rollers are pretty good though. They're a little bit smaller than those other ones, but they pull a little bit faster. I think it's a good little trade-off. Get this spun around here. Try that. Whoa. Okay. All right. Let's grab this. Let's grab this unit. Let's get him out of the way. Get these tanks full. I gotta fuel this tractor up. I can't forget to do that either. I'll do that right after I spin this bad boy around. So I'll spin it around and I'll pull it through. That should fill those fertilizer tanks right there. Dang, we might not have enough seed here. These tanks actually hold quite a bit of seed. But I never know, like when you go to buy these units, it'll say like, okay, it holds like 7,800 liters. And it's like, well, okay, well, I never know what that is, like, because like at this one you can tell it's like if you look down, the fertilizer's full. Well, it's full with 1,590. Why it's not just 1,600? I don't understand that, right? But it's not. So then, like, you never know what's in which tank, if that makes sense. Okay, let's pressure wash this. What a crazy unit this thing is. Like, this thing was expensive, but it was worth it. It was like 350k. Actually, it might even have been more than that, because I think that might have been like the base model, and then I added this tank that I'm spraying right now on top of it. What a crazy unit, though. Like, you know that whole thing, if people say, are there more wheels on Earth or doors? I think it's 100% wheels. Like, it's gotta be. Like, look at all the wheels just on this equipment. I know this is a fake game, right? I know this is a game, but this is stuff in real life. Like, all these wheels. And then there's one door. I don't know. I'm team wheels. That's all I know. Maybe put it in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. If you're team doors, right? I'm not against you. And I'm willing to concede. I'm 100% willing to concede and say, like, okay, doors is correct, but you got to give me a good argument. I need to know what your thought process is to be picking doors, right? And like, what are we? Someone one time told me that coffins, okay, well, there's a door on a coffin. Well, that's like a lid, you know? Like, so where do we draw the line between? Oh, never mind. Like, where's the line between a door and a lid? I don't know. But I'm team wheels. If you're team wheels, let me know in the comment section. If you're team doors, tell me why you're team doors. And then we'll just argue about it, you know? No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you believe, it doesn't matter to me. Okay. Dang, this thing takes a lot of fuel. We'll get this guy fueled up, then we'll head back over and grab blue, and we'll start rolling this field. And, yeah. Then we'll spray for some herbicide. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll bring you guys back once I'm getting closer to finishing rolling up that one field, and then we'll hop in that sprayer, and hopefully by that time Thomas is done on his field as well, and then we'll go spray some fertilizer. I'm just gonna park this tractor in here for now. But yeah, I'll bring you back once we're getting close to done rolling. All right, team, I'm just kind of getting the last pass off our field done here, and then I'm going to go jump in the sprayer, and I'll get this field sprayed. I think Thomas, I was just kind of over checking in on him. He's like almost done up there. There's a few spots down here that got missed. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll just run over and catch these real quick. I think though, honestly, I think what I might do is get a different set of rollers. Like these ones are good. They're just so slow. Like they're so painfully slow. Which I mean, I guess that's probably a bit more realistic, but I'd almost rather have another set of those other ones because those other ones they're a bit smaller, which is fine, but they go just a little bit faster. I think these ones will only pull at 12 max, and I think those ones that Thomas is using right now will go at 18, which makes a difference. Like this is just so slow, especially coming up to our marathon kind of harvest. Every minute is going to count on that. So I might do that, but that's just some thoughts that I had. I get these thoughts when I'm just rolling and I'm kind of my mind is just wandering around daydreaming, like, oh, what should we spend money on next, right? What should we spend money on next? Maybe we'll build Freckles his own house before we leave. Because I gotta even folding these up and then unfolding them. It's just like, that's another thing is like these you can't lower and like not lower. Or raise. Lower and not lower. Yeah, you can't raise these. Once they're down, they're down. So like these are lowered. If I push the button, it doesn't raise them. Unless I'm crazy and I've got the wrong... Like, yeah, there's nothing to raise these up or down to like make it travel faster. Just once they're down, they're down. Which is kind of... Yeah, it's just not ideal. It is not ideal. But whatevs. If we got to get a new set, that's not that big a deal. And even if we just got to fight through these, it's not that big a deal either. But okay, I'll just jump in that tractor down there if there's a few spots that are missing on that corner. But let's take these over. And I'll drop these off at the main farm. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll just park these quick and we'll tab over to our sprayer. But I want to get this thing kind of off and out of the way. And then, yeah, then we got to spray our fields. I'll at least spray my field here, and then I'll give the sprayer over to Thomas, and he can do his field. Let's jump. Perfect. Let's get this guy opened. Yeah, we're full of herbicide, which is nice. This thing's awesome. And I mean, since the series is coming to a close... Oh, missed a little spot there. No big deal. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet, but I was kind of thinking about maybe trading this sprayer in for the one next size up. Because, like, this thing is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I would be so pumped if a sprayer came through on sale in the store. That would be unbelievable. But maybe, if we can get decent... Actually, let's just check real quick here. Let's back up. Let's just see. For funsies, right? For funsies, if we were going to sell this thing, we'd get 118, so like almost 120 grand for it. And I think that other one's $500,000 if we go buy it. Crop protection. Because it'll go 48, almost 50 meters wide. 9,000 liters. Whew, this thing would hold some juice. Oh, if we could get one on sale, that would be awesome. What if there's anything else we don't need that we could sell? Scrape together some cash. I mean, we definitely can't afford everything. As soon as we get the clothes and stuff sold off, we could definitely afford it. Plus it would be so handy to have. I mean, is it worth even keeping this one? And just having both of these rocking? Maybe not though, because like the slowest part, because I really just got to go down to like what slows us down the most. Right now, what slows us down the most is that set of rollers, the OG set of big rollers. Those are the slowest like implements that we have. They go like 12 kilometers, or you can drag them at like 12 kilometers an hour. So if we're gonna spend money on anything, we should sell those rollers. Get another set of rollers like Thomas has got that are just a you can go they're a bit smaller but you can go a bit quicker, which in the end I think is better for us. I'm missing spots there. That's okay. And then what else slows us down? The lime spreader kind of slows us down, which we can get a bigger one of those as well. So I could always trade that in and get another one of those for the harvest. And like this doesn't really slow us down. If something comes through in the stores, obviously we'll get that. But I know there's nothing at the used equipment dealership. I wish there was. But I don't think I've even ever seen that big sprayer on sale. Yeah, I don't think I ever. I check that store constantly, and I'd never seen it on sale. But maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky. Just maybe. But yeah, I think what will help for that main our last major harvest will be getting a kind of a faster set of rollers just to help out. The rest of everything else is pretty quick. We've got big cultivators that make short work of kind of clearing and prepping these fields. We've got big planters, so obviously we've got the biggest planter to help us get crop in the ground. The fertilizing spreader, like that one that we got, that other big unit that we can get to spray herbicide, I mean, it'll spray 50 meters wide. But for fertilizer, our little spreader that's on the back of that yellow Massey Ferguson, I mean, it'll do 42 meters wide. And those things are like 25 grand. So if we're going to get something different for doing fertilizer, we just get another one of those and we could hook it onto the green John Deere tractor and we're fertilizing super fast. And like even though this thing's what? Okay, so it's like 10 meters small. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to spend money on it. This is me just thinking out loud right now. It would be sweet to get that other one, but we definitely don't need it. The main thing that I think would speed everything up is a better set of rollers or just a slightly faster set, even if they are a bit smaller. So I think that's what we'll try and get before the next harvest. Am I gonna hit this? No. Okay, whatever. We got to go back that other way anyways, so we can catch that one little spot or a couple little spots. Jeez. Hit that little spot there. I missed a little spot right there. Missed a spot right there. you'd think you'd think after 50 episodes of this series that I'd be a little better with everything, but no, 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 I'm not better at any of this, I don't think. I'm just gonna cruise over to the farm right now, and what we're gonna do, let's not drive on this field. We'll throw some fuel in this thing as we cruise by, but I'm gonna get some more herbicide in this unit, and then I'll take it up to Thomas. He can get going spraying his field. I'll go through and double check his field to make sure we didn't miss any spots with the roller, even though it doesn't really matter, but you know. It's like when you're cutting the grass and like there's like that one little strip, if you miss it down the middle, you can't just drive away from it or walk away from it. You gotta go back and get it. You won't be able to sleep at night. Okay. Fill these tanks, then we'll head over. Mr. Thomas can go to town with this sprayer. Then we'll come back over and we'll jump in our Massey Ferguson that's sitting there with that fertilizer and we'll go fertilize that cotton field. We'll fertilize that cotton field and yeah, and then we'll start to work on fertilizing the sunflower, oats, and all that stuff. Cotton field is looking good. Doesn't look like I missed any spots for weeds there, so that's good. We'll go through. Yeah, it looks like a couple little spots got missed, but it's no big deal. If I set this thing, if we get Thomas set up right here, how wide is this thing? 35.6. I always drop that down just a little bit. Yeah, like it takes 15 minutes to spray this field. Like that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's jump out of there. Let's get covered in spray. We'll jump in this unit. Oh, yeah, we gotta fire this wagon up. Yeah, see, like this implement, you can raise it up on the tires right now. Like it's raised up, which is awesome. It just makes it better to drag around. Then you can drop it down, catch this. We can raise it up. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a. We'll get another set of these because they're a little bit smaller, but in the end, whoa. Yeah, sure. Sure. However we got to do it, that's how we'll roll it. I don't know. I might not make it as a real farmer, you know what I mean? Okay, let's raise this up. Let's get this off the field and out of Thomas's way here. Actually, we can fold this in. We'll pull this over. Do we need fuel? We might as well fuel everything up and pressure wash it like we do. And then we'll head over and get in that fertilizer spreader. I'll bring you guys back. I'll just kind of get this little part of the chore done. I'll bring you right back once we're in the fertilizing unit. Okay, so I parked our John Deere tractor up there with the rollers. Now I'm just heading over to this cotton field so we can get some fertilizer spread out on it. But we were just giving her. Thomas is giving her spraying that field with herbicide. I'm hoping that tank of herbicide will last on that. And you know what I think we'll do for this, just for... So I drop this down a little bit. Make this sharp, and then we'll do some up downs. Okay. That seems like it'll be good there. Just give me one sec. Yeah, that seems like it'll be good there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to set a worker doing on this so we can kind of just chat here. And like I said, I'll go through some of the plans for the next episode. So the next episode, what we're going to do is we've got to go sell all our clothes. We're going to take all the clothes in. So we'll be loading up the trailer a bunch of times, take the clothes in, and get all that sold off. Also, what we'll probably end up doing next episode is we got to finish fertilizing the rest of these fields. So we'll obviously fertilize this field. Oh, geez, kind of missed a little spot there. We're going to have to go back and fix it. But we're fertilize this field right now. Then we're going to go back and we still got to hit the oat fields, the sunflower fields, and then we're going to have to sleep and then do all of the corn fields once they've got a little bit of growth on them to get our double application of fertilizer. So that's probably going to do it for this episode. I know this wasn't really, honestly, to be honest, I'm not even going to lie, like, the next few episodes were going to be, I don't want to say they're going to be boring episodes because I don't want to deter you from watching them. They're not really going to be, where everything's going to be kind of in preparation for the next big harvest. We got to go through and tend all these fields with our normal stuff. We got to cut some grass. We got to get the animals fed. I know Thomas wants to plant some canola in the fall, so we're going to help him do that, get some canola in the ground for him. And yeah, everything's going to be kind of in preparation for that, for the next, like, our marathon harvesting kind of end of series plan. Also, what we got to do is at some point we got to go up and pick up that other seeder. We have to do some chores of going to get seed, fertilizer, all that stuff, and make sure we're super stocked up so that when it comes time to do our harvest, I don't want to have to be running up to the store to get anything. I want to have everything at either the main farm area or at our kind of northeast laydown area is kind of my plan. So yeah, that's probably going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching through. I hope you stick with me to the end of the series. I've got kind of something kind of fun planned for our final episode 50. So hopefully you guys will stick around to check that out. Like always, I appreciate it so much. Any of the likes and comments. are awesome to hear from you guys. I appreciate everyone who smashes that subscription button and anyone who's like hit that bell, the notifications and stuff to know when these new episodes are coming out. Just know how much I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. I'm super excited to wrap up this series, and I'm super excited for our next series that's going to be coming in FS25. And I don't know what that's going to be just yet, but I know it'll be fun to do. So thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. We'll keep getting prepped and we'll get ready for our final massive harvest. All right, guys, have a good one.